Hey guys, this is HorseLover446, Creator 2 here, and today we are going to start something a little new that I like to call Creator 2 Answers! Woohoo! And so, this is a new question and answer series, and I saw Foxy doing it on her channel. I was like, you know what, this is a really good idea, so I decided to do it. Before I begin, I'd like to say that I have all my questions right here, and I have 2 pages full, and I got about 43 questions. I was hoping for 20 to 35 questions if you didn't see the video, and if you're just watching the series for fun. And so I'm going to raise that bar to 40 to 50 questions now. And if it gets higher and higher, then I'll just keep raising it. I guess the videos will just be longer. Let's hope they're not like crazy videos though. But okay, so let's get started. First question is, who is your favorite YouTuber? Now, I'm going to kind of extend that question a little bit. My favorite YouTuber, like Briar Horse movie-wise, is definitely Stormy Strike. She's been my inspiration for so long, and Creator 1 and I both loved her. And Crystal Sins, well, I guess the old Crystal Sins, really, you could say, was the first movie we actually saw. And we were in love with it so much. And Stormy Strike, I just love you, and yes, you're my favorite YouTuber. What's your favorite Briar mold? I really don't know that much about, like, molds in general. If I had to pick, it either be between the Lonesome Glory mold, the Cigar mold, or I see you down there actually, or because I have Briar Horses with me, or this mold. I do not know what this mold is called, so either that mold. So yeah, that was question 2. Question 3, do you collect stablemates? No, I do not. Question 4, do you like Skletch horses and do you collect them? If I had to choose, I'm not the biggest fan of Skletch horses. I guess they're okay for movies, but I don't know, like, I just don't really like Skletch horses, and I do not collect them. Question 5, have you met Sununu? Yes, I have. I met her at BriarFest 2012, and it was so awesome. Creator 1 and I, we went to her workshop on Friday. I was kind of bummed when we got back to our hotel room, because I was really wanting to, like, stay there and chat with her and stuff. But then, on Sunday, oh my gosh, thank you God so much. But on Sunday, we saw her and her father going out to the parking lot to BriarFest. And so, of course, Creator 1 and I were we were like, really wimps. And so our parents stepped up and we said hi. And we talked for a few minutes about movies and cameras. It was so much fun. So question 6, what type of breed of horse do you ride? I don't have a specific horse that I ride because I don't own a horse, but I do take lessons. And so I usually ride quarter horses, though. What breed of horse is your favorite? Either Arabians or Warm Bloods, but probably Warm Bloods because they're just so big and strong. They're just so pretty. I love them. Question 8. Do you have any Peter Stones? Yes, I do. I have 4. 4. Yeah, I have 4. I have 4 Peter Stones. What are your top 5 favorite Briar models? Now, the reason why I kind of picked up horses because I have horses here. It's some of your questions. And I'm suggesting that you mean models that I own. But just in general, I have no idea what my top 5 favorite Briar models are, like, counting all Briars, so I really don't know. But okay, so I'm going to start from my 5th favorite to my number 1 favorite. Okay, my 5th favorite that I own is probably this boy. Who's next? Who's next? My 4th is probably this guy. Next horse, probably you. This is Cheerio. Next, I have him. Then my ultimate favorite Briar model that I have is this one, and this is the one that I pulled out from the mold. Okay, let's move on to 10. What is your favorite Briar custom? And I'm suggesting that you mean like that you own. So I'm gonna pull him right up here. I also got this little cute guy at BriarFest. What is your favorite Briar Horse movie on YouTube? I'm gonna say the old Crystal Sins. Of course, I said before that was my first movie I saw, and I was just in love with it, and I still am, but I guess it's not really like a movie right now, so if I had to pick, it'd probably be like The Good Old Conquering Tide or Empathy. But it'd probably be Empathy though, because I know what happens, and it's such a good movie. It really is. I love it so much. Who is your favorite character in your upcoming movie and why? My favorite character in my movie has to probably be Ranuk. Because I love Yuki a lot. Actually, I love all my characters because they have some form of character development, which I think is very good. But Ranuk is kind of like mysterious and kind of weird. And so like I just kind of like his character. It's just a little different. 13. Secretariat or Seabiscuit and why? Probably Secretariat and probably just because I know more about that horse in general. 14, who was your favorite character in the Four Elements? I hated all the characters in the Four Elements so much, but if I had to pick, it would probably be Haley. 15, do you have any tips for beginner movie makers? That's a good question. Just keep going and don't let anything discourage you. Just keep on going and be the best you can be. 16, do you ride horses and how long? Yes, I do ride horses, as I said before, and I've been riding for about 3 years. 17, how did you become famous? Just get experience, get help, and just do the best you can do. 18, are you going to BriarFest 2013? No, probably not. It's not a definite. Not a definite, but probably not. 19, do you have a horse? No, I do not. What is your favorite Briar model? That I own? It's that, you already know the one that I own. It was that favorite mold of mine that, yeah, he's down there. You know that one. But if I had to pick, it would probably be Lionheart, just in general. I love him so much. Who is your favorite movie star? Guys, get real. Josh Hutcherson. 23, how do you feel about new YouTubers who have intentions on making model horse movies? Good question. As I said before, what do you have on like people who are making Briar Horse movies? Don't let anything discourage you, because I have 2 things that really could discourage you. Your age and your views. Do not let that hurt you, and just be out there, because views are really discouraging me since Creator 1 left, and I don't have many video views now, and it's making me like really like sad. But it's okay though. It's okay. I can get through it. I can get through it. 24. What was your favorite Briar series of yours to create? The Path of Two Hearts. 25. What is your favorite color? Neon orange. 26. Tacos or burritos? I love you, Foxy. Tacos, definitely. 27. How do you come up with your plots? That's a pretty lengthy answer. Like, really lengthy answer, actually. So, I'm going to explain that at the very end of the video. 28. Do you plan on quitting anytime soon? Whoa! Stop 1 second. No, I do not plan on quitting anytime soon. 29. Are you continuing the series you already have going? If you mean like 4 Elements, then no. But the movie I'm having, like Our Last Hope, definitely. That I am really continuing. 30. Which Briar is your first one? Oh, you guys. Okay. So, my first Briar that I had got, is this little guy. This is Augustus. Or I named him Augustus. And he came with a mare, but she is in newspaper and she's like in the next room and she's all packed up. What advice do you have for new collectors? I suck at collecting. Save your money and use it wisely. That's my only advice. What kind of camera are you using for your new movie? My new movie, I am using a good old Sony Handycam, which I am videotaping with right now. 33. What is your favorite type of music? Skrillex. Skrillex, guys. Come on, get real. How does it work with teaming up with a YouTuber? That's a really long answer, so I'm also going to explain that in the end of the video. 35. How many Briar horses do you have? About 50-something, as I said before. 36. Do you custom Briar horses? Definitely not. How long have you been making videos? I have been making videos for about 3 years now, if you like 2010. 38. Who was your first subscriber? My answer, because of course I don't know that off the top of my head. My first answer was Briar Horse Lover 1231. So if you're watching this right now, then yes. 39. Do you have any pets? If so, which ones? Yes, I have a dog. She's a West Highland Terrier, and her name is Lacey. I love her. 40. Who is your favorite My Little Pony? Finally, somebody asks a question about my obsession with my favorite show. So my first favorite in the main 6, and probably the whole show, is Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is my homeboy. I love her so much. Or I guess my homegirl. My favorite Cutie Mark Crusader is Scootaloo. And my favorite princess is Princess Luna, because, you know, she's awesome. 41. What's your favorite animal besides horses? Dogs. 42. Who's your inspiration? Stormy Strike. And 43. Do any characters in your new movie have a relationship? Love-wise, like, you know, like they love each other? Yes, I have that. Because you can't go wrong with love. I mean, it's love. It's love. But then, just in general, like, friendship relationships, I have tons of those in my new movie. Okay, so back to those really long questions. How do you come up with your plots? And how does it work with teaming up with a YouTuber? Whew, alright, let's first do the really lengthy answer. How do you come up with your plots? Oh boy, you better get comfortable for this. So, first, I always have this first question that I always come up with my plots. And it's 3 answers. First answer is barn horses, wild horses, or both? Because I always want that question that says, what are you going to be working with? And so I say barn horses, wild horses, or both. And so I choose from there, because if you go with barn horses, you can kind of go on to more like a realistic stage. Wild horses, more kind of fantasy if you want to, and both, you can kind of intertwine them. So, because like whenever you like choose that, you kind of always know which way to go, because then you kind of have like this like structure or plan, like, okay, realistic or not, or something like that. So I really recommend starting with that question, even if it's a really obvious answer, because then it's really easy to like stage your steps from there. Make sure you always want to do the basic ideas first, like, and always, you won't always have a conflict. If your movie does not have a conflict, the movie goes nowhere, and you always want to have a solution, either it be negative or positive. I mean, like, personally, I kind of like negative solutions because it makes you like, oh my gosh, but then the movie kind of ends off in a weird twist that it's not that good sometimes. So at the same time, positive solutions are good too, but they can be so predictable. So what you want to do if you have like positive solutions is you kind of want to like twist what kind of happens in the story to kind of like make it oohs and ahs and kind of like, you know what I mean, like balance it out. Because if you're having a really predictable like solution, then you need to have some twists in there that keeps your audience intrigued. And that also comes in with script making. When involving in the plot, never start scripting once you say, okay, I know what this movie's going to be about. No. Hands off your computer screens and your pencils, because you ain't going to write the script then. No, sirree. What you first need to do is like take at least a good half a year to develop your story. That's how long it took for me, and that's actually a pretty short amount of time. Usually it takes about a year to develop a good movie. Then you actually start script writing. I am not kidding. Take your time with this, because it might be really annoying to see like you like having like 4 years on YouTube or something and you haven't even uploaded anything. Take your time and write that movie, or think that movie out. And then when you get into script writing, as I'm in the middle of episode 5 right now, I'm just beginning it. And when you're script writing, that's when you start thinking of little details that kind of involve in the story. And sometimes you can even change your plot a little bit to kind of like fit with those details, because you always want to have something in the episode. You can't have it always like a blank episode. And that was the problem with the 4 Elements. That's why I really hated it. Because like nothing really important happened to the 4 Elements, or something really just repeated. So it was really stupid. I mean, like, the 4 Elements was never developed well. Like, we thought of that movie in about a week, and that was it. A week? No. You needed some time to figure this out. And again, it comes from experience. And so you always want the little details that help you make the episode more intrigued. Because, like, you don't want your audience to be bored to death in the episodes. Like, you always need some, like, little action or some, like, little, like, plot evidence. Like, you just gotta have something in your episodes, and that comes with script writing. Never think of that plain when you're doing your plots, because that's not good. Alright, let's go to the last question. How does it work with teaming up with a YouTuber? Now, this is not so much as a lengthy answer, but it's still pretty long. Alright. Oh my gosh, my tongue is starting to get kind of dry because I've been talking so much. So, how do you team up with a YouTuber? Now, let's say you want to do a movie where it comes with, like, kind of like empathy with Fox Glory 123. Let's say you kind of want to have a movie like that, and you want to have different voices in it. And, you know, that's really cool. And I did that on my separate account called Faithful Horses 792. I did a movie called Ending War, and I had the first episode with, like, different voices in it. And I only had one person's audio. Sorry about that, guys, but episodes take time. But, it was just kind of annoying. Personally, in my opinion, I'm not going to be having voiceovers in this movie unless I have this, like, total drastic change and my brain goes completely stupid and I want to do it and it ends up being, like, terrible for me in the end. Because this movie has, like, strict characters and they have, like, their own personality that I feel like I can only really match. It's, like, a specific way I want. But anyway, back to teaming up with YouTubers. So, what you usually want to do is you really want to exchange everything over email. Like, the movie I was doing at Ending War, I did it all over YouTube, which is a really bad idea. You always want to have it, like, on separate emails. And if, like, your email maybe receives, like, too much information, if, like, you know what I mean, like, you don't want people to be sketchy all over your email if you're doing a movie with someone, make a new one or something. But always exchange things over email. Get scripts off, but also, when you're doing your videos, like, let's say you're in a part and you want to give your lines to the other person. Personally, I would suggest uploading your videos on YouTube so you can just go to, like, listen to youtube.com and download the audio. Or you send your audio over email to the person who is making the movie. Personally, I would suggest for you to upload the video as unlisted and give the link to the person, and it's easier for you, and personally, I think it's easier for the person because you can always use those listen to youtube.coms, or you can just use audio only in your editor, and it's just really easy. So yeah, that's kind of basically how you team up with a YouTuber. If that didn't make sense, then PM me and I'll help you answer your questions. Also, don't ask your questions in the comments about like questions like from this video, because PM me if you have like certain questions about that. So yeah, that was the first episode of Creator 2 Answers. Ooh, lengthy answers, I can tell you that. So thanks for watching, and I really hope you're going to enjoy this series because you can really learn a lot from me and give me some funny, goofy questions, and I really enjoy doing it. So next episode, I would like you to do this or that questions. And I actually have a few of these in this episode. It was like Seabiscuit or Secretariat and like tacos or burritos, stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I guess I'll see you in episode 2 of Creator 2 Answers. See you guys, bye!